Well, hello, my little demons and divas and demonites. Bienvenidos, welcome back to my channel. ¿Qué es la que hay, mi gente? Estamos activados, estamos encendidos. It is I, Isa, aka the Demon Diva and the Big Dog, in here somewhere. And today I am here to bring you crown jewels, highs and lows. We're not doing the fives. We're gonna do this one a little bit differently. Maybe for WWE PLEs we would do them this way, and I thought, no, I'm gonna take it match by match because there's only two things in here that I only have highs. Everything else I feel like I have a high and a low. So buckle up because maybe the PLEs we will do them differently. It's still highs and lows, but we're gonna go match by match. I was gonna just bring you the ups, like the ones that I have highs about first, but we're gonna go in order. Let me pull up the order of the pay-per-view. So I'm gonna go match by match, give you my highs, my lows. There might be some in there that I don't have a low. So there is some, I promise. So let's get into it. But before I do that, of course, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. It really does help. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your highs and your lows for WWE Crown Jewel 2024, which took place. It's in the books. It was in Saudi Arabia as usual. And it was mostly centered around the champion versus champion matches, even though they don't advance anything. Let's not start with a low this time, but that didn't advance anything. It was just there for to showcase, right? And if you watch the show knowing that there isn't a lot of, you're not gonna see a lot of storyline movements, maybe you'll be pleasantly surprised. But if you're watching it and, oh, this is a PLE and big things should happen, you might be a little disappointed, right? But the show opened up in surprising fashion with the Temu bloodline against the OG bloodline, right? We had Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga against Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, and the OTC, the tribal chief himself, Roman Reigns. And I hate to start on a low here, but Roman lost. And that's it. That's the review for the show. Roman took the pin, and I didn't like it. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Adios. All right, I'm just kidding. But okay. I gotta start on a low here because this match was not bloodline quality that we're used to. It was a little messy. There was a couple of botches there. It didn't feel like everybody was on the same page. Maybe it needed to feel that way, but it didn't feel that way. Now, for me personally, Roman Reigns taking the pin is a huge low, but it is not, because it is the only thing that I feel happened in the show. Maybe not the only thing, but the biggest thing, right? Because I do think there's something later that might continue. There's a couple of things that might evolve storylines, but I feel like this is the biggest one. Roman taking the pin and the afterwards with Sami Zayn, and they're not being on the same page, and Roman being disappointed that they thought Sami being there was a good idea. I just really think that that's really gonna move things towards Survivor Series, and it makes you want to watch SmackDown to see what's gonna happen. Solo's still not my tribal chief, but now Solo Sikoa does have some bragging rights, and it makes it interesting to see where they are gonna go. But like I said, the match itself was a little bit of a low. It was messy. The ref bumping every bloodline match, the missed breakup of the pin. I just didn't think the match was polished enough. So that is the low, but the high is that I do think this is gonna advance the storyline, and I cannot wait to see where it goes. So if that's what they were going for, great. You could have done that with Jimmy too, but anyways, up next is a match that I have nothing but high spots for, and that is the women's tag team title match. It was between our champions Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill against Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. You had Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, who they did their damn thing. I was so proud of my NXT girls. And you had Io Sky and Kairi Sane in there, and I have nothing but praise for this match. I went into this match assuming that Bianca and Jade were not gonna lose, but it didn't mean we can't have a fun match and enjoy it, and that's exactly what we got. I felt everybody got their moment to shine. I thought that Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend looked like they belong in the main roster. If you don't watch on a normal basis and you're watching this match, you don't know they're NXT girls. You would assume they are part of the main roster. Chelsea Green never fails to entertain. She just takes advantage of every opportunity she is given to make sure she makes a lasting impression, and I just love that for her. And Io and Kyrie, of course, they're the best. I think that Bianca and Jade are working so well together. It's amazing to see how good Jade is. And that face-off between Jade and Lash was just incredible stuff. So I have nothing but praise for this match. Might have been my favorite match of the night, if I'm being honest with you. I really have fun watching them. They killed it. I was very proud, and I hope that we continue to see the tag teams be part of the PLEs and be part of bigger stories that involve everybody. There's somebody there from every show. There was people from SmackDown, there was people from Raw, there was people from NXT. Beautiful. That is what the women's tag team titles are supposed to do. Now, I'm not saying they're the most important titles in the women's division, but we're working our way there, right? And if the rumors are true that this match was shooting there because it was supposed to be Raquel versus Rhea, but Rhea got injured, Rhea, my girl, get well soon, then you know what? They took that opportunity and ran with it. And maybe now people will be looking at the tag team titles differently. So shout out to all the women's, no lows, nothing but highs and praise for that match. Up next is Seth freaking Rollins against Bronson Reed. And first of all, I felt like this match could have been a little bit longer. They only got 12 minutes and 20 seconds according to Wikipedia, which is what I'm looking here for the order of the matches. And my high is I thought the match was great. I thought that Bronson Reed did look like a monster. Seth having to do that crazy curve stomp to finally put him out after trying everything. And Bronson getting up afterwards with the blood in his hand, just going like, I want more. It was beautifully done. My low is that I didn't think that Seth should have won. I didn't. And it's funny because you should never bet against Seth Rollins. And I'm not kidding when I tell you Seth is one of my favorites of all time. But I don't think that he needed the win here. I think that especially with the way that they took him out on Monday Night Raw, played a little bit of an injury angle to the point that they had commentary saying, oh, Seth's in the hospital. I thought this was going to be the match that didn't even happen, which we did get that. We'll get into that in a little bit. But no, it happened and Seth won. And it's just like, okay, well, having Bronson get back up, like I said, it was a badass visual, but I thought that Bronson winning would have done a little bit more for the story, but I don't think that they're done just based on that end. And if they're going to take a break from these two for a little bit, I just hope that they don't forget what Bronson Reed was able to do here and they continue to push him because they have made him into must-watch television in a matter of a few months. And that is absolutely incredible because a couple of months ago, nobody cared what Bronson Reed was up to. And now, like, you look forward to whatever it is that he's doing on the show every Monday. That's pretty commendable. So, up next, we had the first ever Crown Jewel champion match. Champion versus champion. Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax. And I do have a high, but the majority of everything that I have to say about this is a low. I didn't like the match. They got barely any time. 8 minutes and 15 seconds for a champion versus champion match, and 4 minutes of that was just full of a bunch of shenanigans and overbooked. It was fun, don't get me wrong, but it's just like, what are we doing? So not only do I have a low for the match itself, it was not believable. I just can't believe that Nia couldn't kick out of that finisher, even though, yeah, she got attacked and this and that, but it was very hard to suspend your disbelief in everything going on. Another low that I have is Tiffany and the briefcase. It's just, I'm not having fun anymore. I'm not having fun anymore with them doing the exact same thing every single time. And you know what? I'm going to try to hold back my judgment on this because they did that for a period of time with Damian Priest and he ended up having a great successful cash-in that we all loved. Want Tiffany to cash in, the women have had 100% success cashing in. Maybe that's why they cash in so fast because they don't have creative storylines for them if they hold on to the briefcase. But hey, listen. I do have a high here and my high is just Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan is having a fantastic 2024, growing as a character in the ring, and watching her on the post show get so non-kayfabe emotional, you could tell that this really means something to her. I feel like she's giving it her all and it's working, and I feel very, as somebody that has watched her entire career, I just feel very proud. I've been telling you guys, Liv has really grown on me this last year, and I think that's exactly what they meant to do. And we're really seeing what Liv is capable of. On the post show, Biggie called her the master puppeteer, and if that's the character that she wants to put out there, it's working because she really, you know, even though she's doing it with all this help, she's doing it. A win is a win, all right? As the Houston Astros 2017. Anyways, why am I still salty about baseball? Anyways, so yeah, my high there will be definitely Liv Morgan. My low will be everything else. Up next, we had the match that never happened. And that is Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. As you guys know, Kevin Owens attacked Randy with a chair, went crazy. There was a crazy brawl. So many highs here. This is the second thing that I told you I have in the show that I have no lows about. First of all, from Kevin Owens wearing a Bob Orton shirt, is the little things. It's the little things. Even in the pre-show, I believe he was talking about how he got into a boogie accident, like a golf cart accident or whatever. He was like, they probably paid the driver. Adam Pearce took an RKO. That's another honorary mention. That was amazing. This really portrayed what Triple H was telling us, which is like, no, Kevin Owens is crazy right now, and I'm not sure I want to unleash that on you, Randy. And Randy Orton was like, no, let me find out. Well, fuck around, find out. He found out real quick that Kevin Owens is playing a whole different game right now, and I'm here for it, and this advances the storyline. Is somebody gonna be kept off TV for a little bit? I'm not sure. The post-show, Kevin Owens was like, I think I broke a rib, and they kind of stretcher Randy Orton out of there, which I suggested that they did. So yeah, I am excited for this. I'm excited for what this is doing for Kevin Owens. So this and the women's tag match is all the highs. But this never even happened. So it's not even a match, but it was just so well executed. I gotta give him credits. Now, let's move on to the United States Championship triple threat match. And this was between Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, and LA Knight. And this match was about 9 minutes and 10 seconds. And my God, it was very, very action-filled. Now, my highs here are going to be Andrade and Carmelo. You can tell these guys have been working together for months because they have such chemistry. The problem that I have is that the parts that they were just on their own were great, and then you involved LA Knight, and the match kind of like didn't click. It didn't click the way it was supposed to. I don't know. There was something there. He keeps feeling out of line here. And I will give the finish a high. I thought the finish, the way that LA Knight countered that into the Italian BMT, whatever the hell it's called. And that's a great sandwich from Subway. Anyways, and then he ended up with the win. It's great, but I just don't think that this reign has really done anything. And it's probably because there's not a lot of people that they're trying to build up to challenge Helena. He hasn't really had a real feud as United States champion, so he even felt out of place in his own title match, and that's crazy. He also got a big botch there. If I called out the Jimmy and Roman botch, I gotta call this botch too. But creative finish. But now I feel like we're gonna probably do Game 7 between Andrade and Melo, and then what? LA and I will go against who wins that. We need to change directions with the United States Championship. And last but not least is the final champion versus champion match for the Crown Jewel Championship thing. We have Cody Rhodes against Gunther, and this match was underwhelming. I'm not saying it was bad. It's crazy to hear that Gunther and Cody didn't put on what most people would have expected to be a 5-star match, because you're talking about two very talented performers there. I guess the only high that I can give this is that I did think, as much as I don't like him or his reign, that Cody needed the win more than Gunther, because Gunther has gotten some great wins here as world champion, especially that one at Bash in Berlin against Randy. But Cody has felt like he has been taking a backseat to the Bloodline. This is the first time that we've seen him in a while do something not Bloodline related. I did think that he needed the win, but a roll-up? And it just... I didn't like it. It was boring, and it's maybe it's because we weren't as invested, because this feud was just so forced for these, like, you know, freaking Crown Jewel championships that nobody cared about. But I didn't feel like I care. I didn't feel invested. I'm excited that we're moving past it. But that's it. Those are my highs and my lows for Crown Jewel. A mini review, if you say. You know, I was gonna just do highs and lows, but at the end of the day, I figured I'd just go match by match. The WWE PLEs are not very long, so it's not very hard to, like, review match by match. Let me know in the comments, like I said earlier, what were your high and your lows of the show? What did you like? What did you not like? What would you rate it? I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I was entertained. I mean, not a lot of things happened, but it was entertaining. Alright, babes, that is it for this video. I hope you guys like it. Until next time, adios. Mwah.